Hello, everyone, and welcome to Armstrong in the Loop podcast. I'm your host, Seth Prentice. Today, I'm joined by the new Executive Director of the Lighthouse Foundation, Tori Spreng. Tori, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tori, you've been working with the Lighthouse Foundation for a while now, and were just recently appointed to the Executive Director. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I wanted to get you in to not only introduce yourself to the public in a more formal position now, and let's talk about the Lighthouse Foundation. What is the organization?
Well, again, thank you very much for having me. I have been with the organization now, it'll be 10 years this year, and I am so excited for this new role, this new adventure. Pretty big shoes to fill. But the Lighthouse Foundation is a nonprofit Christian organization whose mission is to encourage others to find hope in Christ while meeting their immediate needs and empowering them towards self-sufficiency. So what we do, in a nutshell, would be provide the tools and resources necessary for anyone struggling, anyone in maybe a poverty cycle that they may be stuck in, to help them break that cycle, to get out of the possible rut that they're in, or just provide them with skills and resources to move forward in something they want to do. Everything from job skills training to financial literacy class. We have transitional housing for homeless individuals as well, emergency interim housing. We do parenting classes. We have our food pantry, which operates 4 days a week. So we really just want to provide what people need to give them, just give them the hand to love them right where they are.
That's fantastic. So, out of all the services that you provide, where are the services being offered to? Is it just Butler County? Is it certain townships and boroughs?
We serve all of Butler County and northern Allegheny County. So our transitional housing units, the actual homes themselves, are located in the city of Butler, and our food pantry is right on the border of Butler and Allegheny County.
Awesome. Speaking of that, how many people did you provide services to in 2019?
We provide services for over 7,000 individuals last year.
Wow. And that's through everything, correct?
That is, yes.
Wow. Recently, I guess it's now not even that new, is your new location. It's still in Butler, but you've moved a little bit down the road. So those that might have gone to your old facility, they don't have a clue about your new location.
It is just 1.5 miles south of where we were located, still on Route 8 in the old Middlesex Elementary School building that Concordia so graciously lets us operate out of. We moved, it was a year ago in October of 19. So we have the availability at this location to provide a shopping experience for those coming to the food pantry rather than having to pre-pack things to hand them out. They actually have a grocery cart and go through the aisles to pick the items they would like to take home and feed their family rather than us pack and hand them to them.
Do you notice a difference being able to provide that type of experience for your consumers rather than the pre-boxed solution? We
have. I think it's empowering to offer the choice to that person. An example of where it has been a positive experience is not only the environment, sometimes the attitudes, we get to love them where they are and it's them coming through to grab what they'd like, but we're also not giving them food that they don't like or they're not going to eat. In the pre-packed boxes with all the canned goods, unfortunately people may have been taking, say, 3 cans of black beans home and they don't like that. So is it getting thrown away? Was it getting wasted? So we're really saving food almost on that end so that we can give more to those that would need it and they get that choice in that say so.
That's incredible. And I'm guessing you're one of the very few that's providing this type of service to those in need of a food bank, correct?
I think it's becoming more popular. I think if we would have had the means to be able to do that previous or the setup to offer those aisles or those choices, it would have been done. So I don't think it's a new concept and I hope that others are certainly catching on doing so, but we're certainly blessed and excited to be able to do that for them.
With the new location, have you been able to extend your services and what you're able to offer now that you have a bigger space to meet with individuals as well?
Yes. Again, I rattled off the mission in the beginning, but our mission is not necessarily to feed people. Mm-hmm. It's to empower them. So we now have the space and availability to meet with them one-on-one or to offer services through our other programs such as our Whole Life Ministries, which is emergency financial assistance, and we get to learn more about them. Why are you in this position? How long have you been utilizing the food pantry? Has it been helping? Are there other things that you may need? Would you like to improve your resume? Come in and use our computers. Is there anything that we can help you with in this journey, maybe to provide for you and your family?
Have you noticed a large amount coming back and saying, you were able to help me get back on my feet?
Those are my favorite stories. Those are the ones you certainly never forget. And the one right off the top of my head thinking of was a gentleman that was battling an illness, as many people are. And we offer prayer at the end of our food pantry. Did you get everything you need today? Is there anything I can pray for you for? And this gentleman, time and time again, did not want prayer and was struggling with his illness. And we continuously said, that's absolutely fine. We will be praying for you. Please let us know if there's anything here you need. And he did come in the one time and say, I really need prayer. And he is getting better. He's getting positive results. But just his life changed, and there was nothing that we did, that we physically could do. It was just being there and loving them right where they are.
That's incredible. Are you looking for volunteers, as I'm sure your organization relies heavily on volunteers and support from the community?
Absolutely. Our food pantry is completely volunteer dependent. We would not be able to do the services that we do without them. There are volunteer opportunities not only in the food pantry, but in our transitional housing. We have also cleanup crews if you'd like to partner in teaching classes. We also have computer classes to offer as well. There are many different volunteer opportunities, and we even have a volunteer tab on our website at thelighthousepa.org.
Everyone thinks of donating during the times of the holiday season, but your operation's 365 days a year. It's not 2 months out of the year. So for people wanting to donate, what can they do, the rest of the year?
You're absolutely right. During the holiday seasons or those months that have that holidays, we have many food drives that are going on. We are so blessed with an abundant amount of food that we can give away. So it's during those off months, the end of January, February, March, the summers, where we are not only a little bit lower on those food drives, but that we are in need of volunteers as well. Holidays are times where people want to get together, they want to volunteer as a family or get their children involved. So during these times it's a little bit harder. We have volunteers that are absolutely faithful. They've been coming every day and probably have been there longer than I've been there. And it really takes a toll on the volunteers we have. So the more hands we have, the easier the workload is. So I would encourage anybody that has that free time or the availability to donate to the Lighthouse, that would be fantastic.
Any specific item of need that you're always looking for?
We have a wonderful partnership with Greater Pitt, so we can order items in bulk that come. But the true blessing is when we get donations that come in of the Jif peanut butter and the Heinz ketchup and the Velveeta mac and cheese. Those things that I so selfishly like, that we can be able to offer next to the bulk of tuna or whatever we're able to provide for them. So name brands. I know that sounds silly, but it's a true blessing to be able to offer that to them when they're coming through to get their food.
Well, we'll definitely put your website address in our show notes so that people can log on and check that out. Your classes, what type of additional classes that we might not have been able to talk about in full depth here today, but that people might be interested to learn more about?
Yeah. We have our Faith and Finance class, which is a financial literacy class that we offer. We also have a Jobs for Life curriculum program that is a job skills training program. We do different types of parenting classes. Some are geared towards single parents, some are geared toward double parent homes. So the parenting class curriculum can be different every semester, every time we offer it, but we want to be able to offer that. We also have our computer classes, anything from Microsoft to Excel. We have a now Tech Tuesday where anybody, it doesn't matter if you have a computer, a smartphone, an iPad, and you have no idea how to use it or you want to learn how to use it. We have a gentleman named Steve who every Tuesday comes and donates his time and will sit with you one-on-one, and if there's a group, and just show you those things. And every class that we offer is free.
How awesome. Anything specific to the listeners that you think would be super important to know that we didn't discuss today?
If there are listeners that are maybe in need or have never asked for help, or maybe that's a hard thing to do, I would just encourage them to please come and check us out. If you're in need, we would love to help you. And also maybe just know that there's many opportunities to be involved, that we together, businesses, organizations, churches, families, we can help strengthen our community. The Lighthouse cannot do everything on its own, nor can we. We are truly blessed and cannot do anything without God and give him the glory, and just knowing we can partner together to strengthen our community. So reach out.
Well, Tori, thank you so much for coming on today. And I was looking forward to this discussion for a long time. I'm so glad we were able to do this. I learned more today than I even knew about the Lighthouse Foundation. I thought I knew a lot. So thank you for coming on, and I wish true success this year for the Lighthouse Foundation.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And thanks for having me.
For Armstrong in the Loop podcast, I'm Seth Prentice, keeping you in the loop. Are you enjoying Armstrong in the Loop podcast? Great news! All past and current episodes are available on popular streaming apps and websites. Search Armstrong in the Loop podcast and subscribe today.